Welcome back, everybody. I think it's going to be a rescue mission today. I raked up some hay yesterday. It looks terrible. It's been 4.5 inches of rain on it. We're going to bale it, try to clean it up because there's more rain coming. That's what's happening on Ranching Sodak. Trapper Bob sent me an old but good fencer, which I haven't had a chance to try out yet. That's a 110, but we'll get that hooked up eventually here. Also, had a load of timeless fence posts show up. Got a neighbor that willing to try some. Jeff, he took, I don't know what we got, maybe we got 600 posts. He took about half of them. We're trying some 4-footers. So the 4-foot timeless would be more like your temporary fences, or you just got one single wire that's going to be, you know, a little lower than your belt height. So we got some of those, some 6s and some 4.5s. Let's pick these up, get them out of the way. The other thing we got going on, I think the guy, I have to look back, I don't know what his name is, coming to get these sidewall rolls, sidewall individuals, and a mat. I think he's coming here Saturday, which is when you're watching this video. Also, while you're watching this video, Chris and Carla are here and we're working some calves, so that'll be the next video, so hang tight for that one. All right, let's do a little organization here, my guy. Well, we got the chute back in, you know. The scale video will come out after this one. The display got damaged in shipping, so that's why we're at a standstill. So the scale's there, we've got her bolted down. I'm going to put the cattle mats back in here, and then we need to start getting these panels set up, get the pen put back together like we've done before. We go freestanding from there all the way down to the green gate to get the group of cattle to come in. So like I said, as you're watching this, we're working cattle, starting to work the calves the first time for the year, seeing what we got, pulling off the dry cows. So get the skid steer in here, telehandler can leave, we'll bring the skid steer in here, we'll put this mat back up to the chute, then we need to clean up all along here and level our gravel and get all our conveyor belt laid back out along here so we can actually start working again. So it's kind of half, but anyway, let's do that. Let's get the telly out of here. First, let's get the 4-wheeler out of here, I guess. Starting inhibit, it almost wanted to start without the brake on. What's that mean? There's a sensor going bad? It didn't though, but it tried. Let's get this bad boy out of here.
I'm excited to announce our very first giveaway ever, Sodak won. We're giving away 15 dozen dive bomb goose silos, 5 dozen dive bomb mallard silos, a full brood system from River Brothers Outfitters, and 2 Pacific calls, 1 duck and 1 goose call. And all you have to do to enter is go to huntingsodak.com. Every $1 you spend on the site is gonna get you 1 entry to win all of this stuff. 1 person is taking everything home.
If I had an assistant that could put her foot on that corner, that would be awesome.
Oh,
Keep her going.
actually, you
B-roll.
do.
There you go. Okay, let it go your way a little bit.
Look at that. The key to getting your assistant is to talk to them. Look at that. Full alia mats ready for calves. It's time to bring the mat in here in front of the chute so the calves can leave home and safe. And so this gravel will stay in place and put together and not wash away.
Here we go, friends, bud. Here we go. Keep coming. Help me. I'm trying.
Here we go. Just about ready to let some calves out of here.
Naughty girl.
Not today, but
Friggin' hot.
too toasty. But we're getting there.
Let's get this dirt pile all leveled off nice. I'll be back to check on you in a little bit. I would never do that to her. Epic time lapse of shovelers. She's starting to come together now, boys and girls, animals great and small. I think I'm gonna put a board up here, or a hanger, some type of an ape hanger here to come out. And then this room is gonna come out about to where the shovel is, I suppose. So we'll probably bridge the gap with them hoses across the top to the top of this room. And then I'll come down and then we'll put a hole in the building, which I didn't really want to, but I think I will. We'll put a hole down there and then we'll stick the hoses right out. And I do have a swivel wheel, so I can put a swivel wheel on the front of that thing and then make the handles a little bigger, so it's easier to move around. Oh boy, Matt, look what happened here. Son of a gun. Nobody was paying attention to that. Oh, the heat's warming it up, and now I got a bunch of oil on my concrete. Son of a gun. Get that one out of here too. All right.
998. 999. 1,000 ears of corn.
1001, 1002.
There we go, 1,000 ears of corn in little under 8 hours with 8 or 9 people. This is the main invention here. This is how my mom used to do it, with a board and a nail. Not the electric knife that I remember, but this is what we put together, and we had a couple of these little guys, but we broke 2 of these, and then we switched to the electric knife about 400 ago.
Well, I was gonna have dinner, but then my neighbor Nate called and his rake tongue on his rake cracked, and he's right in the middle of raking. So he's over here. We're gonna go up and hook her up to the pickup, and he can get back to raking. Trying to beat this next little bit of rain we got coming too. So everybody's in the same boat, raking up poor hay, trying to beat the next rain. It's not good. So guys, heading for higher ground. Come here, boy. If I was a coyote, I'd go hungry. I couldn't catch that mouse. All right, we're back up here. He's gonna take the rake, and like when I moved over here last night, I raked a little bit coming in, but you can see there's freaking water everywhere through the roadway here, and then I walked across all that, and it was, you're walking in water all the time. And then it's starting to grow back through, so I'm gonna just abandon these windrows, I think. Kind of sucks because I'm probably abandoning 30 bales of hay. But what I'll do is if I come back up here and cut, I'll probably just recut this stuff. Yeah, it's just too bad because, you know, you get into these spots here, it's just black mold slime. It happens. I get a neighbor over there that I think he was getting the silage choppers, and they were blowing 80 acres of second cutting up into the sky. Couldn't get it. It was raked up, super big and heavy, and starting to kill the ground underneath. And they took a chopper and they blew her into the sky. A couple hundred bales. Not good. Oh boy, that's high. We're sassy pants for this cranking business. Good luck. Starting to bank up in the west. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but high noon now, so I think we better eat a burger and go down and bale our black windrows up and be done with that. Next week here, starting Saturday, it's supposed to be cool through the week, and that's what we really want to. I want to work all them calves. I want to run everything through, work the calves, pull all the dries off, because I got probably 2 trailer loads of dry cows, and they're worth so dang much money right now, and they're grass fat, so it's the perfect time to get them off and turn them into cash. Anyways, let's go eat a little bit. Well, let's head down to the baler, roll this stuff up, see how bad it really is. It's so humid right now, she says. One more day of humidity. And then it's gonna be 48 in the morning, so it'll go from hot, sticky to cool fall, no drying weather. Complain about that then next, right? Keep a positive attitude, everybody. So if you remember, when I cut this, I nosed my head down in there, and I barely got to water when I cut this. So I drove down into the grass line, and I would just get like a few inches of water. Now the water is all the way back to the gate to get out of here. So the hay that I cut on the other side of this slough, I pretty much have lost that hay. It's not a panic, and it's like this slough here, pay rent on the whole 10 acres, and most years by September, I can get it, you know, but we're not gonna get it this year. Sassy Pants is worried that we're gonna get stuck, but she's used to driving Fords, and this is a Chevy.
And I'm used to the actual path, not a slide.
Yeah, we're not gonna wanna go through there too many more times. So my clunking, 2 things that were clunking last time. This chain, I took like 2 or 3 links out of this chain, and then it was able to get some travel back in my idler. The chain is shot, wore out. And then this, there's supposed to be a bolt and a washer and some spacers here, but I didn't have any of the spacers, so I just had an old bearing that was the same size as the shaft. And then this is for an electric fence to hook up a gate on 3 different things. So that worked out good for a washer, and I tightened her up. And that's holding that sprocket straight. So the clunking went away. This twine, let's see here. Since the hay is just crap, and I figured I might as well battle some twine issues too. Throw her in there. That's what I'm talking about. So this is square baler twine, left over from Cordell back in the day. So
what do you want to add to your headache?
I want to get rid of it. You can see the difference here of how thick between 16,000. This is called 9,000. So almost half again as big, not quite. There's 16,000 feet here and there's 9,000 feet there. So anyways, it'll be fine. Get rid of it. I got a couple more. Everything looks good here. Aim it right at the exhaust pipe because I got a few guys that only watch my videos just so they can see me start this tractor.
Because she just cracks off so nice.
They do sound a lot better than the new ones when they start. I feel like you got some substance here with these tractors. Adios! Well, we'll dump this one out, but I just kind of thought what I should do is use that heavy twine on half of the bale instead of when this thin stuff runs out, then it's 2 sets of heavy twine. So we'll dump this bale out and then we'll switch one of the twines. We'll see how disgusting this bale looks. Easy, old girl. Oh, nice. Tires are muddy. She looks good, Matt. Oh boy, what a waste. Yeah, let's do this. Let's cut this. We'll hook it to here, and then we'll hook this tail, if there is one. Well, I wanted to dump this bale. It's only 55 inches because I got to go through that water. I didn't want to have any weight in my baler, but our big heavy twine didn't work. Oh, I think it was sitting on that dang loop I had underneath there. So now I got to feather that thing back through. We got the big fat stuff working now. This will work good because when this bale starts on fire, it'll have a chance to burn off some of that dead brome grass in the fence line. Well, off to the next spot. You know, this slough here, like I said, it's 9.9 acres. And a lot of years, you know, September, middle end of September, we'll get to hay this whole thing. There's a lot of cattails and, you know, water grassy stuff, but I've pulled upwards of 60 big round bales of good bedding off of here. It's kind of a shame that we won't get nothing this year because she's full of water all the way to the end here. But it's, yeah, what do you do? So I came down a mile down here, and this ditch, I should have baled it. It was ready to go and I had it raked, but we finished that over there that night, and it was my own fault. I was just too lazy to drive back over here. We weren't supposed to get rain that day, you know, the next day, which I had planned to do all the stuff that we're currently doing today, which was a week ago yesterday. This stuff was ready to go a week ago and then had 4.5 inches of rain on it. So that's where we're at, but disgusting because I should have come over and just baled this. The other stuff, there was reason, you know, we couldn't rake it because we ran out of time, but this was legitimately ready to go. Anyways, we'll bale her up. This goes down a 1/4 mile, and then it must be a short quarter that way. Get what we get. And there's our next cleanup project. So this is the little farm where we keep the bulls. I usually hay off what I can, them better spots, and then feed back in those spots when I roll bales out, bulls. And it was so good. It was so lush and so tall. And now we just lost it all. It just turned to crap. Get her out of here. We're gonna need some bedding. I got a little bit of CRP to do this year, which actually if I put that up without rain will be better than this stuff. So I can use my CRP as some grinding hay possibly, and then use this as bedding. So it'll all work out. The fatty twine didn't want to start on this other side. Not sure what's going on here. You can pull this pin here, and then that gives you some space in between these arms. Looks like it's just the knot got hung up. There's a little spring-loaded tensioner here that twine needs to go behind. It smells really good out here. It's got kind of that, I say it smells kind of good out here. It's kind of got that, you know, like you're doing kind of like some old laundry down in your cellar kind of smell. Just moist. See, it's always good when stuff starts tacking to your belts. That's when you know she's good, boys. Get that off of there. If I got emphysema in the next video, you know where it came from. Really good example of bale here. I was going to show you. You see that swirl there? You see how you got a lighter color and then darker color? Well, with this lighter color here, this is really poor quality feed. But then when you get into this darker color, this is even lower quality feed. So you got low quality, extra low quality, extra low, low, extra low. So Perfect example of a really low quality crappy bale. But it's nice to get it off so this grass can start coming back alive. What's this? A bone! Get out of here! Well, good news, not only is the hay top quality, now I got a flat tire on my baler. It was kind of starting to drag over on this side, and I was wondering what was happening, and then I had to put some more twine in there, and this little low profile tire is low. It's only flat down here. I think if we put air in it, she'll pump up. All I got left is this couple windrows here and just a few little shorties here, so probably only like two or three bales. So she's gonna come with the air compressor, and then we'll just do this and move. Good stuff. There's what we've been looking for. I just been siesting it down here on the ground. I fixed my twine and then I just kind of took a little siesta. Oh, huh? Here we go. Thanks for the boost. Couldn't have done it without you. When I was under that baler, I thought if we were 20 years younger and it was 20 degrees cooler, we could have.
It wasn't wet and there was no mosquitoes.
Yeah, we could have maybe got to know each other a little bit better. Good news is it's got a little relief valve in the tire there so we can't overinflate it.
Go, young man, the air is releasing.
I think we can get these last couple bales made and then we're just gonna abandon ship and we'll have to take it off and go get a new tire. Awesome! No whining. Hurry! Well, that's a wrap. I have no idea how that's gonna turn out. Good, I think. Put it behind you. Put it behind you. Well, made her home here, but the last thing we got to do tonight is put this in the shop with the old skid steer because of the rain, and I got to put that little swivel deal on there. So let's do that. Show you what I got going here. I got to make a little bracket off of the bottom there. Probably cut that off. Cut this off, and then go off of here and make an up deal, an up Dennis. Up Dennis. Keep that off the ground, and then should be a little swiveler. So ponder that tonight when you're laying there. How I should put that wheel on. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this is the end of the humidity. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.